Alright, this is going to be brief. It's a continuation of what I caught in the last video. I couldn't watch the whole thing because I can't stand myself. But you know that. Tits. I realize I left off on tits. My mother talking about my posture. She's like, you have to walk with your shoulders back, your round shouldered. You look like an old Jewish tailor, which is what I always used to say about George. He was round shouldered and he didn't have to be. If he stood at his whole height, he'd actually been handsome or something. He was sometimes. I hate that bastard. So I put my shoulders back, and it looks like I'm tits in the room. Tits in the room. Like I'm all about that, all 5'2" of me. There you go, isn't that awful? I'm tits in the room. So that's why I don't do that. And I'm jowly. No, I realize I look like some hybrid of Rosie O'Donnell and Reality Bites era Janine Rothlow, and I hate it. I hate it. I need to die. I'm fading. I'm really fading. So I wear on a monochromatic. And I will be back after I get some cigarettes to show you a tour of what's in my purse. Because it's better than what's in my mind right now. I feel middle-aged. I feel ugly and middle-aged and creepy. And I don't know why I can't do something like buy a couch without people getting intimate with me. Not about their dicks, about their eighth house issues, their kinks, their creep outs, their psych hospitalizations. I don't know what it is about me. I don't actually say, so tell me, how you almost died. I don't know what it is. Maybe I should just screenshot something and hand it over to my therapist, who's not missing. He was on a vacation in the Finger Lakes with his wife. I know that sounds so hysterical that I would have jumped so Jewy. That's so Jewy. I shouldn't be surprised they found Hungarian Jew in my actual paternal, my grandfather's real father's line. We're so Jewy in some ways. That is such a Yenta thing to think. Oh, my therapist has been kidnapped. But when you look at the life that I've had, it was a possibility. It was the same week George got transferred to a different place. I don't know. He is the one who snitched on everything, and I don't know. But anyways, he's not missing. I was just so caught up in everything else that was going on, I forgot to listen to him say he was going on his vacation with his wife. So I feel really weird. This place is not where I want to stay. Not this creepy house. Not this creepy suburb where everyone's up everyone's business. I couldn't live here. I see why I left here as young as I did. It was just some kind of spirit Darwinism. It would have killed me. Everybody thinks they know everybody's business. I had somebody on Let Go who was selling a table start a conversation with me and friend me on Facebook to get more verification points and stuff. You gotta be verified by Gmail, by Facebook, you get more points, whatever. So, not a lot of people named Pepper on Facebook. And yeah, I'm verified, and I actually use my picture to get more verified points and as a seller and buyer. In the world of people who aren't obnoxious and creepy, that's good. It means that they're not gonna Jew my Jewishness down as much on things when I'm selling it, and they're not gonna try and haggle when I'm buying, and they'll let me talk them down more because I'm verified. This creepy little kid, this like Mrs. Robinson scenario that he wanted to create. It's the kinds of people like I knew when I was doing music. I want to have sex with my shoe. This kid wanted to, he was like, wow, I didn't know you were Pepper McGowan, the singer. He's like 22. My dad loves your music. And then I remembered your dad, is my age. Yeah, okay. I'm old. I ordered 2 pizzas, one for me and one for Nani yesterday. I didn't want to make her deal with the slaughtered souls of animals. And my panther. My panther over there. She likes animals. She likes to eat other animals. So I actually bought boneless wings for my cats to make up for the fact that I've saddled them with 2 daddy figures that are psychotic and rage provoking or provoked. So I'm already like living suburban by buying my children things to make up for my bad relationships. The rest of the people here can afford to get their kids Jeep Liberties that are used or something. Maybe something better than that. I'm still living in Cleveland terms. I don't know. They buy SUVs. I buy my cats chicken fingers that are described as boneless wings. I went to pay for the pizza and I had to grab another 20 because pizza here is $70,000 and I thought I had 2 20s on me and it was 10. And the guy said, "You can pay in Xanax." And I was just like, "Excuse me?" He's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had Xanax at this house or Ativan. It must be the older lady who lives here." So I find out maybe my mom has been like, I don't know what my mom has been. There's a whole lot of things I'm finding out that I didn't know my mom has been. Wow, there's things I'll tell you on the phone that's not internet worthy that I found out. But yeah, things that the neighbors think of me. Once they saw me, leaving in a limo, and now they see people coming in with the police, and it's just like, okay. Random black cats running around, with me yelling after them, "Julio, bueno, bueno, Sarah." Sarah at least comes when I call her. Nick the Stick, Stickworthy. This crazy purple and magenta and blue-haired lady that is older than some of them, but their kids are in high school and they're all together and they're going to church and doing things that they wonder what I'm doing here. I'm being evil. I'm praying for them not to be mean people. And the house itself has always been creepy since my parents bought it. Stuff moves on its own, lights go on and off. It's just like, and it just sucks your motivation. Even Nani pointed out that I tend to stay in one spot. When I'm working, when I'm writing and stuff, I do tend to stay in one spot wherever I live. Get up to pee, remember to hydrate, that's about it. I'll stay rooted in a spot for almost 3 days in inspiration place and right. Nick! I know, he's not here. Because he went to the hospital. Because he's not well. I told you already. Because I don't know where Julio is. Outside? You want to go look for him? Why not? Because you should. He's your brother. No, you just want to scratch that chair, I see. No? Well, then why are you doing it? Nick the Stick? Stickerillo. Don't jump up there. Don't jump up there. Nick? Alright, he's gonna jump up there. See, I would not have been a very effective parent with human children. It's a Monday morning. If I was like anything like my nieces and nephews, I'd be at my law office right now, breaking people's backs, enjoying it, being more upwardly mobile. Using the onset of menopause as more venom for my gills, just making America vile again. Nick, you have such a human face. Nick! Nick the stick. He's perfect. He's pierogi. He's a cat. You are perfect. You're pierogi. You're a cat. Anyway, so I have to get a lighter, and I'll give you the tour of the purse. But that was it about the tits. And why I don't like to put my shoulders all the way back. Because when you're this size and you're rocking D cups, it just looks like you're bringing that to the party, and that's all you have to offer. I know. That's where you found the mouse. I don't know whose mouse it was, but it didn't come with us. Probably did come with us. My mom is like me. She feeds everything that's alive. She can't stand to kill anything. So she lets the things she feeds kill each other. It's going to be what happens if I croak. If I croak out, I have this image of, like, this horrible image of my mom, like, outliving me, and that's not horrible. She should outlive me. Everything should outlive me. I should just Darwinize myself that way, but it's not going to happen, probably. I'm too curious to see what happens next. That's my problem. One of them. Many of them. But it's around that one, but I think I just solved my own therapy issue, right? I'm too curious. See what happens next. If. I wonder what happens if. So there'll be like 3 or 4 different guys there at the funeral, and each of them will be like looking at each other like, did she fuck him? Won't matter if I fucked them or not. So I'll be like sniffing each other's tails, just like, did she? And if I did, the question will be like, after me, before me. That'll be my pallbearers too, because, like, you know, my dad's dead, my brother's dead, so. And I wouldn't expect you to be like carrying my death in a box or anything. And I don't even know if my funeral will be paid for. I know I have a place to be put because my parents prepaid it after I got divorced because they figured nobody went, you know, they're going to stick me in the indigent lot. I'm not going to have any children who will, like, take care of my ashes or my cremains or my bones or whatever's left over. But most of the people that I've ever involved myself with are Catholic enough that they would, like, show up to pay respects. So there'd just be like a bunch of people that I haven't seen since like the 90s, even something. Just carry the bones you once jumped. I don't know. I'm just gonna pre. That's why these links are not public searches, because people will be like, oh my god, and then she said that. If they find them, if there are people anymore, they've become irrelevant according to our good friend George. So that's the worst thing to Scorpio. Indifference. But I'm so jowly. How could you be indifferent? I feel like a clay ashtray some retarded child makes at summer camp. Oh, it's awful. Awful. I never ate a donut again since 1981, and since my mother's been sick, it's like I picked up her donut slack in the world. I don't even like the things. I've just become this cautionary tale of all the vices, even vices I don't enjoy. I read a great quote from Abraham Lincoln the other day. A man with no vices has probably very few virtues. So, leave you on that note. I should start another book since I'm a multitasker while I'm working on this one. About these people I meet on Let Go. I just got a message right now from another one. The things they let go. Because if I could cut out the creepy people, some of the stories people have told me that of things that they're selling that belonged to someone else, or that they're getting through a divorce or whatever, are actually very interesting stories, especially the stuff of or dead people's. My mom used to look at the dead people notices the obituaries, and then like drive by the neighborhoods to see if there was anything that looked like it was going out on the tree lawn. And then she would like ingratiate herself with the people, and it was actually really weird and nice and weird. When I was a little girl, we'd end up with all this cool stuff that she would buy from people that weren't having an estate sale, that were just like people like us that were sometimes from another city that ended up, the only children of someone who died who had all this stuff to deal with, couldn't take it back with them to wherever, Fort Worth or Seattle or even across town. So we have a lot of dead people stuff that was already dead people stuff before anybody here died. Some of it's probably really worth something, and I'm just too screwed up to go through it right now. God, how did I not know we were Jewish? We were getting dead people stuff from other Jewish people. Duh. Anyways, talk to you again in 3 shakes of a goat's tail. I need a cigarette lighter. You can't smoke without a cigarette lighter. And cigarettes. Bye-bye.